Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Darth. It is really late, and I really should be sleeping. Sorry about my delay in content. Just want to apologize as always. I've been getting up at 4 and getting home somewhere around 7 to 8. It's been kind of crazy. There's a lot going on in game, including the crossover event that's going on, and I am still recording videos for that because there's a lot of activities going on in game, including a surprise drop of a new story event. But in this one, I want to kind of touch on something that I had talked about maybe a month ago, a couple of months ago actually, if I'm not mistaken, and give you an update on a decision I was tossing around. For my main team and main set of gear, I had invested the materials into it, and they are all at least 3 stars. And since then, I have been stacking tons of material. You guys know me, I'm a hoarder. Tons of crystals through various means, and I had a decision to make whether or not to just go to 4-star on my current gear or create a second set of gear. And I just wanted to give you an update on the decision that I have made. Maybe it'll help you, maybe it won't, and it's up to you if you pay attention to this. But as I mentioned in previous videos, it's always good to see the thought process behind what I do, because materials in this game are valuable, especially if you are extremely free to play, like absolutely free to play. I'm talking about not spending your 99 cents a day, or if you limit yourself to $5 a week. And ultimately, I think I've decided to go with a second set of gear. And let me explain a bit why. Because it's not that you need a second set of gear in all situations. And a couple of my subscribers actually have a good point. If you want to compete in PvP areas, it's always good to have a second set of gear, particularly when you're talking about competing in cross-server finals. Just to show you here, I did reach 29 at one point. I didn't do so well in the last one, but there's a lot of areas where you have multi-team battles, generally in PvP functionality. But this is a good time to, and why I kind of wanted to make this video now, as soon as I heard about the crossover event and an event boss coming back, is because event bosses are multi-battle. They're 2-team battles, where having a second set of gear is actually very useful. And if I'm not mistaken, in guild battle, I can't believe I didn't remember this, but when you do your support teams, I don't think that you can have your attack and defenders cannot be the same team. So you have to actually use a different set of warriors. I think you can use the same versions of the warriors, like if you have 2 fishes, but you can't use the same. Your attack team can't be your defense team. So it helps you to have a second set of gear in that instance. And guild battle is one of those areas where you really want to help your team, because there are some really good rewards that you get at the end of the week. So ultimately, I decided to go ahead and go with a second set of gear, but dropping this video couldn't have come at a better time, because again, I want to reiterate, it's a 2-team battle, and these are the hardest single target bosses you'll face in the game currently. Guild bosses, no contest, they're just a joke. Monster takedowns are actually ooh, excuse me, I apologize. Monster takedown bosses really aren't that difficult once you get artifact gear. I'm currently ranked 6, but I was ranked number 3. I haven't been doing mine, so I will update that there. But I want to show you some statistics really quick here. I made this sheet, and this is how I keep up with it. Basically, this goes and shows you the levels, the XP needed to go from 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have a 5-star gear. How much XP is actually needed in the form of crystals, total XP. And then here's the stats that you get once you hit the max level. And I want to draw your attention to this. So the question was, should I go to 4-star? All my gear on my main team is 3-star. Well, look at the stats here. Okay, at max level, once you hit level 100 on your first star, you can refine and move on and start to build up to the next set. You have to invest a total of 6.9 million XP, but you're going to max out your stats at 1 star at 7,800. Once you get to level 175, your max stats are going to be 11,500 attack, 12.5, 13.8, and so forth. Here's the HP, and here is the defense. You notice what I'm noticing here is that you start off getting big increments when you start to level up your stars, and then it really tapers off for the attack and the HP. Look at this. There's a 3,700 increase from going from a 1 star to a 2 star, but you only get 1,000 extra attack going from a 2 to a 3, and it costs substantially more XP. Like, we're talking a lot of XP. 6.9, 18.1 million, 29.7, and you mean to tell me that the returns you get on that investment are this? Same thing with HP. Get a big boost, 65,000, then it drops to 28, then it goes to 28,000 and 27,000 respectively. Defense is the only thing that scales a little bit better through the ranks. 1,000, then you go to 3,700, defense, then you go to 5,000, and then it's the 4th star that you only get a 300. Defense is actually really good in the game right up until they introduced defense pierce. And there's a lot of ways to get defense pierce, so it's all about that PvP and PvE damage resist and damage up. But defense is still good. Anybody who knows that once you get your artifact gear, particularly the chest and the boots, they have defense on them. And your survivability goes through the roof. Once you get them through 1 to 2 stars, you'll start to notice that you're surviving in monster takedown and some of the harder content a little bit easier once you get those 2 pieces. Maybe not so much in PvP, depending upon those who know about defense, pierce, and blossoms, and etc. But I'm really disappointed in the amount of time it takes for a free-to-play all the way up to, even a light spender to get the XP needed. And these are the kind of returns that you're going to get. It's not worth it right now for a 1,300 attack. Okay, keep in mind, warriors get passives sometimes that give them an increase in attack. I get that. But this is ridiculous to get that at a 2 star, 3,700 increase at a 2 star, and then 1,000 at a 3 star. You kidding me, right? For this increase, what they need to do is they need to do an overhaul of the artifact gear. We should get a minimum of a 5,000 increase in attack at each one of these levels, or it should go higher because of the XP cost. Same thing with HP. There should be 100,000 increase every time you star up by the time you level up. Now keep in mind, each star level has levels. Each star rank, I need to use the correct terminology, has levels. Every time you invest XP, it's not 6.9 million XP from going to 1 to 2 to 3. It's actually, this is total. So you level up however many XP crystals you invest, weekly, until you reach max rank. Then you have to refine with hammers, and you can go to the next 2 and you keep on building. So it starts off at 5,000 attack on a artifact gear, and max rank, once you get to level 100 with this much XP, you end up with 7,800 attack and so forth. So ultimately it is better for me right now to go ahead and create that second set of gear, primarily for guild battle defense team, to have better gear, as well as these event monsters, who are actually pretty cool to battle because they all have their unique theme and challenges to overcome. Now, I have a lot of crystals that I've been saving over the last few months. I have a total of 8,606,000,000 XP. That's how much I have in stock. I created this handy little chart where I just type in how many blue, purple, and gold crystals I have, and it calculates how much XP they equate to. If you look down here, I have enough XP right now to take all 20 pieces, which a team of 5 is 20 pieces. Every warrior can equip 4 pieces of artifact gear, and a full team of 5, you need 20. So with my current XP, 8.6 billion, I can go through level 1, through level 2, and partially through level 3, which is generally a good place to stand for, let's just say, anywhere from anybody who's not a whale, I think it's good to go ahead and do up to 3-star and then start a second set of gear up to 3-star. That's my take on it. If you guys are interested in taking a look at this sheet that I started, this also has various things like I started a rank up process, XP and leveling. This is just something I started last year that I haven't actually been maintaining, but I do find myself going back to from time to time to look at some of these charts that I have here. But ultimately, I am going to do a second set of gear. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section of what I went up under here. You know, do you guys agree with the way that I'm presenting it? A second set of gear is great, but when you look at these diminishing returns for the amount of XP, artifact gear needs to be revised by G123. And I hope that they're watching this video. I'll send in a ticket, as I often do. I'm constantly sending them feedback to have them take a look at this, because although I understand that you should get a big bump here at the beginning, but for the amount of XP jump that you have to invest in, the time it takes for people to get this kind of XP, it took me almost 8-9 months to get my first set of artifact gear up to level 3-star. It didn't take as long to get crystals because of some of the changes that they made to be able to do it the second time, but it will take me almost as much time. It kind of sucks that they did that, and I want it to feel worth it. I don't want to get this 1,000 attack increase for investing almost 30 million XP just to go to another star. Now, full transparency, if you don't remember, artifact gear does have the ability to soul cast, which all it does is give you a percentage increase to the blessing stats that you get, which is a completely another topic. And if I'm not mistaken, it also applies to the attack here. It also applies to the HP and defense as well. That notwithstanding, this still needs to be revised. If you're going to invest time and effort into a piece of gear, and let's face it, most people will only invest in that first set of gear because of the time and sometimes the money commitment that is needed, you want to see better returns than this. And that's all I'm saying. So let me up in the comment section, guys. I know I still have to cover the event. The videos are coming. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm very good about getting back to you guys. Maybe not right away, but leave your questions and comments in the comment section. I'll get back to you. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.